When COVID struck last year, the arts and culture sector was one of the first and hardest hit, as it relies on public audiences to thrive. Theaters, museums, galleries, concert venues, and more, they all need people coming together to appreciate the dazzle of a production, the emotion of an exhibit, or the sound of live music. But the arrival of the pandemic meant that the show could not go on. The stage here at North Shore Music Theater has been empty for more than a year. And it's not just the artists themselves that have suffered this loss, it's everyone that helps keep the doors open. It's the ticket attendants, curators, producers, writers, the directors, educators, marketing staff, graphic designers, and lighting engineers. A recent survey by the Mass Cultural Council revealed that cultural organizations here in Massachusetts have suffered a staggering $588 million loss of revenues. Artists have reported over $30 million in lost income, and statewide, over 30,000 cultural jobs have been impacted. Beyond this grim economic data, there's another loss that it's much more difficult to quantify, but no less significant. It's the loss of the sense of belonging and connection we feel when we experience live music, theater, or the visual arts together as a community. This loss is particularly difficult to endure during a time of isolation. Despite these obstacles, but also because of them, we've persevered. We're rising together to use the power of arts and culture to not only help our communities cope with the immediate challenges of a public health crisis, but also to create strong partnerships for the future. In Methuen, artists, nonprofits, local businesses, and the city itself are connecting to Light the Falls at Spigot River, where a spectacular light installation will unite the community and highlight this historic area of the city. This is just one of 6 collaborative public art projects that have come together despite the adversities presented by the pandemic. In the last year, hundreds of artists and cultural leaders have met monthly to connect and share resources and ideas at monthly meetups, which have turned into a space where people come together to brainstorm innovative solutions for the creative sector and then bring them to life. And since March of 2020, donors have come together to provide critical support to artists and cultural nonprofits most affected by the devastating economic effects of the pandemic. We're so inspired by the fact that despite the setbacks we've experienced in the last year, this work has continued and the spirit of creativity has endured. When we could no longer go to theaters, galleries, and museums, artists brought their work to us. Outdoor and virtual dance, music, and theater performances, art classes, poetry readings, and more helped us through our darkest hours. And we know that arts, culture, and creativity will continue to help us rise from this crisis. Beyond that, we believe Essex County's creative sector is stronger and more united than ever before, and that it has the exponential power to help create healthier and more vibrant and connected communities for the future. This collaborative work, this idea of creating together, is more than just a nice to have. Creating together breaks down barriers, it fosters understanding, and it provides a path for healing and unity. Creating together allows us to do collectively what we cannot do alone.